magnificent. He's amazing, a 100% amazing man. They talk that shit all they want to, but he gonna continue to walk with his nuts in his hands. What's up with y'all? Chillin'. Episode number 28. You know what I'm saying? 28 gonna pave the way. What's up with y'all? Hope everything is all good. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just cooling, man. Hey, everything going up. You know what I mean? A lot of things getting expensive, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. You know, a lot of people probably be thinking like they're trying to save money. You're trying to save money, but you probably be like, damn, you know, where my money going? You know, I need to dumb down on my expenses and all that, and you do need to dumb down on your expenses. But everybody be thinking that, you know, their money be going from the big shit, you know what I'm saying, like rent, car, and houses and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, those are some pretty expensive things, you know what I mean? But I'm a firm believer this, all these little things, all the little shit, that's what really matter. Because, you know, when you look at stuff like, if you paying stuff like, you paying $5 for certain shit, you know what I'm saying, you paying $5, $10 here and there, it adds up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you pay $5 5 times, that's 25. That's $25. Gone just like that. But you ain't looking at it because you looking at the price tag like, oh man, it's just $5, I'm going ahead and get it. Not knowing, that's $5 here, $5 there, $5 here, $10 here, $15 here. It's so small, but all this small shit gonna add up. And once it add up, it's gonna probably be paying, you probably paying for more than what you paying for the big shit. You know what I mean? But because, you know, before you got your car, before you got your house, before you got everything that you're trying to get, now you sat there and you thought, okay, can I afford this? If you're responsible, this is what you thought. Can I afford this? Okay, I can pay this, and I can get this. Okay, I can do this, and I can work on this. I can throw this aside, and I can throw this aside, and this won't hurt me. So if this won't hurt me, I can go ahead and get what I want. I can save up and get what I want. Or if you want to pay a car note or something like that, or you paying rent or something, if you can afford it, you're gonna go and look at your money in the long run and see if you can afford it. Now you know this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna have common sense enough to see if you can afford it. If you can afford it in the long run, will it hurt you? Because you're gonna be thinking about, I want to save some money to the side, you know, or you got your kids, and you got your family, or you probably just want to kick it or want to get some shit for yourself. And that's all good. But that's what you thought about at first. Now when you got that, everything, you know what I'm saying, you got everything what you wanted. You probably got your house or your car or whatever. You got everything that you got going on, you know what I mean? Everything is set. Everything is getting paid for, everything, you know what I mean? You ain't missing a beat. You're making your papers and everything. So, it's really not a problem. The big shit is really not a problem. Because if you think about it, that's what you wanted and that's what you work for. And you're going to work to get it. Now, this is what gets you. When you go to the store and get gas. When you go to the store and fill up here. And when you go buy some chips here. Don't you know a bag of potato chips damn near $2 and the bag ain't even full of chips? The bag probably got 3 or 4 Doritos down in the thing. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you get snacks and, you know what I'm saying, you get a honey bun. A honey bun, what? Damn near $1. You know what I'm saying? Then people look at it and be like, it's so cheap, I'm going to get 3 or 4 of them. But that 3 or 4 add up. You know what I'm saying? You can get something that's $1. If you get 6 of them, that's $6. And you know what I mean? You get 6 of them, that's $6. And then you go get some gas, that's $15. You go get something else, you know what I mean? That's $5. That's $26. You know what I mean? Gone. Just like that. And then add it up. And it's just like the big shit just add up to something major, but we don't pay attention because we miss it because it's so small. But I guarantee damn well to you, if you dumb down on just buying all this bullshit, money will be just fine. Because you know why? I do it too. I done did it too. And I sit back and, you know, you look at your finances and stuff, you're like, man, you know, we've been, you know, spending a lot of money lately. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You have responsibilities. You got things that you got to take care of. Don't get me wrong. And ain't nothing wrong with looking after people. Ain't no wrong with helping people. Because that's how your blessings come. You know what I mean? You're not here on this planet just for yourself. You're here to help others too. And once you help others, best believe God gonna bless you as well. So if you're out here, you know what I'm saying, helping people and doing what you're doing, looking out for people, and you got a good heart, you know what I mean, you got a good character, you got good intentions, God notice what you're doing. He see what you're doing. And if you fall in a rut, best believe if you think about it, all the things that you've been doing and everything that you done went through, it ain't even that bad. But you overthink when you in the situation. When you in the heat of the moment, that's when you overthinking. You overthink that the worst thing that can happen. Just like your finances. When, you know what I'm saying, when you feel like your money getting low or you feel like you're going broke or something like that, you think about the worst thing that can happen. Your phones will get cut off, or your computer, or your internet, or you get kicked out your house or something like that, or you lose your car or something like that. Everything comes in your mind of fear because you in fear of losing something because you thinking that you in a financial deficit, not knowing God is your boss and God is your supplier. Straight up. Drinking me a bullshit protein shake, but it's so good, you know what I mean? It's good. It got a lot of good stuff in it. It got immune health. Premier protein. I just call it bullshit because I never tried it before, but it's really not that bad. But like I was saying, you know what I mean? financial situation, you know, it's really the little things. You know what I mean? The little things add up. That's just like in a relationship. You know what I mean? The little things add up. You know, if you're in a relationship, if you got a relationship, if you got a kid, you got a child, and you ain't spending no time with that child, you just spending money. You know what I mean? Thinking that everything is okay. It's not okay because that child wants love and attention. And that's the little things that matter. You know what I mean? The little things, you know what I mean? It's just like saying, hey, how's your day? You know what I mean? I love you and stuff like that. You know, you look pretty. Look at your daughter, you look pretty. You know what I mean? You do good. You know, acknowledge your kids and stuff like that. But that's the little things that matter because it's always remember. Same thing with your finances, man. The little shit. People go, you know, people out there smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes almost $10, but you ain't thinking about that. You want to go get you a square. Go get you a square for $10. Next thing you know, you buy how many packs? An average person probably smoking a pack of cigarettes a day if they smoke. They some strong smokers. They tough smokers. They've been smoking for years. They buying cartons or they're smoking over a pack or a pack and a half a day. And that's just straight up facts. And that's a lot of damn money. But you ain't thinking about it at that time that it's damaging your finances. You know what I mean? So all you gotta do, I ain't telling you to quit smoking. I ain't trying to be up here, you know, standing on no soapbox stand by smoking or don't do drugs or don't drink or nothing like that. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just trying to tell you how to minimize what you're doing so you can maximize your finances. That's just like if you got some cigarettes or something. Hey, if you smoke a cigarette or something, hey, smoke half of it and put it out. You know what I mean? Straight up. If somebody asks for a cigarette, charge them. You know what I mean? Just straight up, you know? Ain't no wrong with giving and stuff like that. Ain't no wrong with it. I'm just saying though, if you got a habit or something, you know, and you know that it's damaging your finances or it's trying to hit, if it's hitting your pockets pretty tough, you might need to lighten up in that area. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, if it's an eating problem, it can be any kind of problem. Drug problem. Somebody smoking weed, somebody, you know, drinking alcohol. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Cocaine. If you're doing cocaine, you definitely in a financial debt. Whew, damn. But like I was saying, it don't matter what people do. You know what I mean? They can be going shopping and stuff like that. Or they can like going to the dollar store because it's cheap. But when you go to some place that's cheap, you buy a whole bunch of cheap shit, which makes it expensive. Man. And that's how it gets you. I think it's always the little things that get you in the finance area. It's always the small shit that add up because people look at it so small like it's nothing, but it plays a big part because you're getting so much of it. That's all it is. Understand what I'm saying, man? It's a beautiful day today in the neighborhood. Beautiful day. All my beautiful, lovely ladies and my grown, young, handsome men out there, y'all salute. I think the hardest thing about being a man is being a man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here, you know. One thing about being a man, a lot of people think I think that's completely, you know what I'm saying, really overrated. People talking about you gotta be the baddest motherfucker walking around. That's what people really think when it comes to being a man. You can't take no shit. You know, you can't be emotional. You can't cry. You can't be vulnerable. Because it makes you soft. You gotta be, if you ain't strong, you weak. And that's what everything is played in this world today. And there's a lot of guys out there, you know, they go through emotional tough times. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing another person tell you is, man up. You know, be a man. You know, don't cry. It's alright. You know what I mean? Don't be a punk. You know, it's okay. I'm going to tell you one man that was vulnerable. I'm going to tell you one man that cried all the time. Well, he didn't cry all the time, but he shed tears. He was vulnerable. He was emotional. And that was Jesus Christ. And that's a man. And if you call him weak, you a fool. Straight up. And that's the best one and the greatest to ever do it. That's the King of all kings. Lord of all lords. He was vulnerable. He cried. He was emotional. And he did what nobody could ever do. He paid for everybody's sins and died for this whole world. That's a man. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. But at the end of the day, you got a heavenly Father up there that's God that's paying attention to you. He watching everything you go through. Don't worry about how people look at you. Don't worry about how people, you know what I'm saying, size you up. Don't worry about what people claim that you are, how they feel about you. Because at the end of the day, it's hard being a man in this world. It really is, because you got a lot of decisions to make. And you got to make the decisions sometimes when you're back against the wall. You got to face adversity. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people gonna tell you, yeah, it's hard, and you gotta stand up, and you gotta fight, you gotta keep going. You just can't you can't be weak. You can't do this because it's a sign of weakness. But I'm gonna tell you what you can do, a sign of strength. Give it to God. Pray. You tell God what's going on with your situation. This is what a man do. That's what men do. Men believe in God. Men submit to God. Men follow God. Men be emotional and be vulnerable to God. Men shed tears. Men cry. You know what I'm saying? That's what grown men do. Understand me? It's a lot of people going through tough times just because it's okay. A lot of people, they just don't do it in front of people. But oh yeah, they done it before. You know what I mean? You might not seen them cry, but if they come around the corner, you know how them kids whoop when they were little after they got their ass whooped? Yeah, when they can't, but you got to whoop it. Nah, man, I ain't getting no whooping. Yeah, a lot. But anyway, like I was saying though, you know, being a man, you know what I mean? It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard on the battlefield. It's going to be hard in the yard. It's going to be real in the field. And you do have to be strong. You do have to be firm. You do have to make your yes mean yes and your no mean no. But you have to live by it. And you have to live by it. You know what I mean? You have to honor it and you have to stand by what you believe in. You know what I mean? And you can't quit. You're going to feel like giving up. You can't quit. You don't quit. You know what I mean? That's why I say, real men pray. Give it to God. Be a full believer. Let him know what's going on. That's the realest man I ever knew. He's still my king, and that's Jesus Christ. That's what it takes to be a man. It's in the Bible. Lord Jesus Christ. He was the realest man I knew, and I still know. And he's with me to this day. You understand? And, you know, a lot of people going to tell you, you know, you weak, and you ain't this, or you ain't that. You got to lift weights and walk around like you're carrying 2 suitcases. No, it's not. That's not the case. It's okay to keep your body in shape if you want to look good for yourself. And some people, you know, they get in shape or they want to get big and buff because they think that's what makes them a man. They think carrying a gun makes them a man. They think being mean and being rough and being tough all the time makes them a man. That don't make you a man. A man has work to do. A man has responsibilities. A man has honor in himself and his family and strive for what he believes in. You understand? Don't get me wrong. It's okay for a man to be weak sometime, and it's okay for a man. Every man gonna be weak and every man gonna fall short because you're not invincible in this world. So if a person gonna put you down because you done had a moment, it's okay. But it's up to you to get back up. You're gonna be the only one to get back up. That's what you gotta think in your head as a man. God to give you strength because you are the only one that can pick yourself back up. And when I say you are the only one, you are the only one that can go to God for your problems. You are the only one that can receive what God is trying to do for you in your life. You are the only one to make your mind up to decide what you're going to do with your life as a grown man. It's okay. You are the only one. If you cry, it's okay, but you are the only one to dry those tears up. You are the only one to toughen up and say, hey, let's go. I got to deal with this shit. I got to handle it as a man. Everything is going to be all right. Suck it up. Keep moving forward. But I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be stupid easy. It's not that easy. You know what I mean? Some men are stronger than others. There's a lot of men that are vulnerable, that are really, people consider them weak because they're vulnerable and they are very emotional. They're very emotional and they're very insecure, and people just laugh at them or people make jokes about him. Or he's sensitive, he's weak. No, he's not. You don't know what a person has been through in their life. You don't know how they was raised. Everybody was raised different. Everybody's life was different. So everybody is a grown man to me. If you gay, you still a man. You know what I mean? You still a man. But, you know, people change their sex and change stuff like that. Hey, it's none of my business. But what I'm saying is, it's difficult to be a man sometimes. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have challenges. And that's what it comes with. Because people get emotional in life about challenges. Because if it was hard, if everything was easy, and everything was just all good, you wouldn't be emotional. You wouldn't be emotional if everything was okay. Something going to always go wrong in this world. You're going to have to recognize that. Something going to always go wrong, but God is always right. He's always there. You understand? Because at the end of the day, people going to tell you what a man's supposed to be, how a man's supposed to live, how a man's supposed to talk, what he's supposed to do, where he's supposed to go and stuff like that. At the end of the day, deep down inside, Jesus did it and he did it well. And I am not trying to tell you to be like Jesus, but you can try. Ain't nothing wrong with trying. I bet if you take one step, he'll take 2. And he'll help you and he'll guide you. I'm not trying to say that, you know, if you, okay, let me go ahead and try to do this, you ain't finna come out like Moses from the burning bush with the gray hair and all that. No. I'm saying your life will significantly change because once you give it to him and submit unto him and everything, you know, it's not about what people think no more. You know what I mean? It's not about, God made you a man. That's what God made you to be. and that's what you are. It don't matter what other people think. It matter what God think. You know what I mean? But, you know, I want to kick with y'all for a little bit. You know, holla my good people. I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all lovely and sunny and bright in my day. I just wanted to come chill out in the bedroom, you know. Because, you know me. About to give me a little nap in, you know, before I, get after it again. But a little peace and hair grease. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for watching me. And if I don't see you in the streets, I see you right back on here next week. All right? Be cool.